Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So meet me on that island.
Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away.
Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we are roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away.
So hit subscribe and escape normal with us.
And I'll be yours forevermore.
Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it. In the last regular episode, we told you that we were in contract on a catamaran. But since that point, it's been nothing but stress and hassle.
What are we doing today?
We're going to a cookout that we actually kind of did into, but we are doing it.
Yeah, we're not bringing any food. We're coming late, but we're gonna go play with friends.
Yay!
But before we dive too deep into that, let's show you how we reduce our stress with our fellow cruisers.
Where are those guys?
Probably in here.
Where?
Yeah, at the Annie. I want to eat it all.
I ate it all.
I know.
Did you get the pot?
Is it okay?
Oh yeah, it's so good. Ready? Oh, you.
Give a swing and a jump. 2, 1, go!
Woo! Good job.
We all lost. Yes. Didn't even go.
Yes! Oh my gosh. It hurts my heart a little bit. Good way to keep his head still. He needed cut, and he chose the haircut.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
He wants to look just like that kid, right there.
Come on to make it up.
What do you think?
Good. I like it.
Should you leave enough on the front so it hangs in your eyes?
Yeah.
That's all you care about.
We are French, making crepes.
Trying.
That was my awesome French accent.
It was really good. I wish it was a more joyous crepe eating morning. We're having troubles with the contract for this boat that we are trying to buy, which I don't think we've even spoken to you about. But we are in contract, sort of trying to get everything signed. We agreed on the price with the seller, but we are financing part of this, and they're just being a pain about the contract being, we need it to be in US dollars, which I understand this is Martinique, but we are US buyers with US financing, and for that reason the lender needs the loan to be in US dollars so that it's fixed. If it was in euros, it'd be a moving target through the US dollar amount that they're trying to put a loan package together for. They don't want to make the contract in US dollars for some reason, but they just don't want to go to any extra effort, it sounds like. We had a couple other little contract disputes also that we kind of have gotten past, mostly because we decided to be flexible and, you know, all that. So we don't know what's going to happen. This may not work. It should be really disappointing because we really like the boat. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but it's right here. It's kind of unusual, and they're really well regarded. Tons of space. It's got like all the right stuff. If we can't finance it, we can't get it.
Let's see you eat some of this crepe. good?
Mm-hmm. Is it as good as pancakes?
No.
No. Used to pancakes.
So we are in Martinique. Still, we are in St. Anne's area, which is where we've been for the past month and a half. I don't know, a long time. We've been dealing with this boat stuff, and there's a boat that we are technically in contract for right now that's just around the corner, so we figured if we were here, we could check on the boat, we could deal with the broker. Their office is just in Catamaran, which is just down the way. So we were hoping that it would make things easier to be here. But of course, nothing is ever easy, especially when you're dealing with boat loans. It's been a total pain trying to figure this out. We obviously have the extra problems, extra things that we have to deal with because of my parents being involved, and the boat broker, I don't know what their deal is. They seem to change things in the contract, and we've got a really short timeline and a time frame, and they changed the time frame, and while they let us know that they changed the time frame, it was like within a text message, and it was within a bunch of other things, and it was just like, and you know, closing date is March 8th, where it was March 10th before, so we just kind of looked past it and didn't think that it was different. And then on the contract it's been signed as March 8th, and there was like no explanation. So it's just been a frustrating thing, and we've decided to let it just sit for a couple days, and we're gonna move, and we're gonna go up to Fort-de-France and actually, you know, do what we set out to do and explore this country and have some fun. We've been sorely lacking in the fun right now because of all the stress of this boat selling and buying process, which is not anything different than when anybody sells a boat or buys a boat. But, you know, it's not what we came out here to do. So we're gonna do what we did, what we're doing, what we came out here to do. Right now Eric is underneath the boat and cleaning the prop because it's pretty gross. This bay is really nice, that it's nice and flat, but it does get really dirty in here. Luckily it's all been soft growth, so it's been able to clean up really nicely. And that's the plan. So Fort-de-France today. We're gonna go see a fort, see what is in the capital of Martinique. Look at this one.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Zeke.
Let me just show you some text messages here, and we'll let you decide if this makes sense for what is happening. We just got another text message. So today is the May 31st, right? We've only been in contract for a week, maybe? Okay, literally, so it's the 21st when we first saw the boat, the 20th. So that was 10 days ago, 11 days ago. So in 11 days, on the 21st is when we got our first offer in. No response until the 23rd. Okay, so that was a week ago, was when we agreed on a price. So Wednesday we got the contract. This was this Wednesday. We got the contract. We didn't really get it all signed and forwarded and everything until Friday. So that was literally 4 days ago. And then they're trying to have us close on the 8th, which is in a week and a day. We're not supposed to close. We're supposed to have vessel acceptance, excuse me. Vessel acceptance on the 8th. But we can't even get a surveyor. We can't even get the boat hauled out. And then the last text we got just now was Eric. We have a vessel acceptance date on June 8th. I'm checking with the seller, but I'm afraid that he will not accept the postponed this vessel acceptance date. Are you sure you will be able to decide yes or no on June 8th? I do not want you to lose time and money. Have you got the closing conditions from the lender? No, we're not going to be able to decide on the 8th. We can't even get the survey. We can't even pull the boat out of the water. I don't understand how they expect us to be able to do this in a week. The boatyard is busy till at least for another week and a half. Like, I just don't understand what the seller is thinking. We maybe could have had vessel acceptance on the 10th because we have been in contact with a surveyor who we have to fly from St. Martin to here. So we have to figure that out. We have to pay for his flight. We have to pay for the survey. We have to pay for all this stuff. But no, we can't do it in a week. This is so super frustrating. And we don't know if this is, we don't know if it's just the cultural difference, if we as Americans expect things to go a certain way and they as French citizens do things differently. But literally, we haven't even been in contract for a week and you expect us in 2 weeks to have vessel acceptance? From the contract date? From the start of the contract. 2 weeks. It's been 4 days and they want us to have vessel acceptance on the 8th. Today's the 31st. Yes. So that's 8 days. It's 15 days.
I think the conclusion I've come to is that if you can't just like walk in and hand them their deal on a silver platter with no effort, forget it. They don't seem interested in trying to communicate or help or advise in any way.
If he's not going to extend it, there's no way, absolutely no way that we can.
Correct.
They have told us that there is another interested party that has made an offer on their boat, but all I gotta say is 1 in the hand is better than 2 in the bush.
For now, you know what I think we should do? I think we should go somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go sailing.
Look at us! We're moving again! It's weird. What do you think, Zeke?
We should do this more.
We should do this more.
With Cecilia officially up for sale and our catamaran hunt in full tilt, we've fully committed to this new transition. And sometimes the logistics of what we have to accomplish with both of these boats seems kind of impossible. And with our loan difficulties and our reducing of our budget for the catamaran, that's only raised our stress levels. So when we discovered the boat we're in contract for, it seemed like the perfect answer. And with that deal starting to fall apart, we're just not sure what other answer will present itself. So sometimes when we get buried in all the worries of it, we have to remind ourselves that we're still out here, we're still on this cool boat, and we're still adventuring. And we need to soak up every minute of that, even if this new transition doesn't work out quite as planned. Not tough to do in a place like this.
What, up in those mountains? There's a volcano.
Perfect.
So, that'll work.
Yeah, if we can stand the ferry roll.
What? Ferry roll?
Sounds like something you'd get at a French pastry shop.
A ferry roll?
Ferry roll.
It's like a sushi roll. Would you like a sushi roll? Would you like a ferry roll?
More than a ferry roll.
Yeah.
I want a sushi roll. I want sushi.
Well, I guess that's what we're doing tonight then, isn't it?
We saw a sushi restaurant like that fast driving by, and now we're all like, "Ooh, sushi, sushi."
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Wow, rivers, you're smelling it everywhere. Another cheers. We got out. We sailed all the way around the south side of the island to Fort de France. It was about, what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Pretty nice sail. Kind of rolly on the south side. Pretty big swell coming across there. I was surprised because the winds was due east with maybe just a little bit of north today. But once we got around more on the west side of the island, it was pretty kick-ass sail all the way here. So yeah, this is a sundowner and a passage drink and a drink because it is looking pretty much like 100% that we are not going to be able to buy this boat right now, at least. The financing side of things is not working out well. The lenders that we're working with pretty much scared of everything outside of the U.S. That's the biggest issue. It's the deflagging of the vessel and not bringing it back to the U.S. and I forget what else. Those were the main things.
Well, it was because our insurance that we got for it would only cover the Caribbean. So if we were based in the U.S. but we couldn't come back to the U.S., so then it was just...
Which I don't understand because you can change your insurance anytime you want. I mean, we just have what's good for us in the location we're in right now. Mm-hmm. Regardless, we're looking into some other financing possibilities. Problem is, it's probably going to be a couple months before we can maybe make that work. So
that's what it is.
We got to let this one go. And you know, they basically more or less threatened, oh, he's got another buyer, so you better hop when we say hop, or he's just going to sell to the other buyer, which, okay, well, he could have gotten out of the contract and done that any time, but yeah, so how much of that is talk and how much of that is somebody that's really going to buy the boat this time of year in Martinique?
They obviously didn't actually make an offer. They didn't make an offer that was good enough.
He would have bailed out of our offer right away if they had.
Yeah,
you know. So. Anyway, I'm pretty bummed about it because I had really gotten to like the idea of the unique fixer-upper boat, especially the price. The price was ridiculous, and we could have done so much to it to make it, I think, pretty awesome. And maybe we'll still get the chance. There's nothing else really that fits that bill right now that's in the price range we need it to be, but still the size we need it to be, that ticks all the boxes, even as a fixer-upper. It just isn't anything else around. So we are going to continue heading down toward Grenada here in about a month and a half. Who knows what will come on the market in a couple months, maybe even down in Grenada. So we will wait until that time and see what happens. Until then, you know, if you love a boat, let it go. And if it was meant to be, they won't get any more buyers, and they'll be begging for us to come back and buy it in 2 months.
In 2 months.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, bye, bye.
Heave!
Heave! Well, we haven't seen it in the light yet. First impression's pretty good. It's like the best dinghy dock in the world, and like a playground, literally right on the dinghy dock, with this cool rope swing thing, and like a little enclosed soccer cage, and some other stuff, basketball. Pretty cool.
Stop! It's the toothpick.
Chopsticks. Yeah.
Go. Uh-oh. Did it disintegrate?
Oh no! When the waves and the